At 7 starts streaming now.
Right now at 7, the new push to get people vaccinated against monkeypox after the first deaths from this disease here in Chicago.
Also ahead, new details on a deadly shooting in the far west suburbs. The teenager found dead at the front of a driveway.
Thieves attacked the drivers of an armored truck, getting away with a lot of cash.
Former President Trump is officially sent a subpoena by the January 6th committee, setting up a legal battle.
And we'll tell you about the new scholarship created here in Chicago, honoring a key figure in the civil rights movement.
But we start on this Friday with breaking news from the Chicago Department of Public Health. 2 people have now died from monkeypox in Chicago.
These are the first deaths from the virus recorded in the city. Our Trey Ward now with the latest.
Chicago public health officials with a warning tonight as monkeypox has now claimed the lives of 2 people in the city. Not much is known about the patients, but authorities tell us the 2 did have multiple other health conditions, including weakened immune systems. They were diagnosed with MPV more than 6 weeks ago, and both had been in the hospital.
So we don't know the details of the cases in Chicago, but we know from other CDC data of the other deaths or other severe illnesses with monkeypox relation has been linked to advanced HIV or acquired immunodeficiency syndrome or AIDS.
Right now, Chicago has reported 1,061 monkeypox cases, and as the months get colder, doctors say they aren't expecting a rise.
Nothing so far in this current outbreak suggests that. However, I think everyone in the city and as well as the federal sort of public health officials are looking at this closely and remaining vigilant.
Chicago's top doctor, Allison Arwady, issued a statement saying the vast majority of people with MPV who died have had other health conditions along with MPV causing severely weakened immune systems. Please continue to take it seriously. If you're at risk of MPV infection, take prevention steps and get vaccinated to protect yourself and your loved ones.
It is not a new vaccine. It's been around for a very long time. So it has a very good track record at reducing the severity and in most cases eliminating the disease itself.
I'm Trey Ward, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
And once again, deaths from monkeypox are rare, and according to the World Health Organization, among the more than 75,000 cases reported globally this year, there have been just 32 reported deaths.
Also following news out of Kane County, where a teenager was found shot to death in a driveway this morning. This happening in Montgomery, about 45 miles west of Chicago. John Garcia has more from Montgomery Police Headquarters.
The Kane County Coroner's Office has just released the identity of the 19-year-old whose body was found in the driveway of that home. His name, Robert Tikel. They've already performed an autopsy and determined the cause of death was a gunshot wound. Police called to this home in Montgomery early this morning. They arrived to find the body of a young man lying in the driveway, unresponsive, apparently from a gunshot wound. He was pronounced dead a short time later. Police closed the street for a time as they investigated. Neighbors say there were several people gathered outside and they heard screams coming from the area about 5:30 this morning.
The lady was screaming over here. I thought it was an argument.
Police come by the home late in the afternoon, dropping several people off. Friends and relatives have been stopping by all day. None, however, offer any insight into what may have led to the shooting. Even as they look for a suspect, Montgomery Police and the Kane County Major Crimes Task Force have said they do not believe there is a threat to the neighborhood. Daniel Rupert lives across the street but says he does not know the family well.
This known lady, sometimes I'd be walking there, I'd wave at her. It's sad, but that's like, it can happen anywhere.
The coroner sent samples from the autopsy to a lab for toxicology testing. Those results not yet available. Police still searching for a suspect. In Montgomery, John Garcia, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
John, thank you. And tonight the FBI is investigating a robbery at an ATM in South Suburban Dalton. It happened around 11:30 this morning at the U.S. Bank on Sibley Boulevard. Investigators say 3 men wearing masks and armed with guns committed the robbery and then drove off. There was an armored truck at the scene. The FBI is not saying right now if they were involved or how much money was stolen. And now to 2 people who are wanted tonight for carrying out a smash and grab robbery inside the Orland Square Mall. Police telling us the 2 entered one of the anchor stores at the Southwest Suburban Mall this morning armed with a bat and wire cutters. They grabbed several high-end purses, ran out to a waiting vehicle and then drove off. Investigators say the entire incident took just 1 minute.
Investigators in Calumet Heights still searching for at least 2 suspects accused of attempting to rob an off-duty Chicago police officer last night. This happened near the 8800 block of South Constance Avenue, where police say 3 suspects demanded the officer's white Tesla and personal belongings. One of the suspects was shot. A neighbor speaking anonymously says this is the 5th or 6th attack he's noticed on the block this year.
The victims have all been black women coming from the grocery stores. So they've been tailed. Each one of them has very nice cars.
The Civilian Office of Police Accountability now investigating this shooting, and the officer involved will be placed on administrative duties for 30 days.
And Chicago police defending the decision this week to issue a 120-day suspension to an officer who allegedly attended events with the Proud Boys white supremacist group. The investigation into the case started in 2019, but it wasn't until the city's inspector general asked the department to take another look at the case that the punishment was handed down. While the head of the internal affairs testifying at the city council budget hearing today said they found the officer did make false statements to investigators.
His suspension would have not been more than 5 days for what we were able to prove. We brought him in for a second interview, and he just felt so bad that he was accused of this. He mediated for 120 days. We didn't offer him 120 days. He came in and spoke to us and I'll take 120 days.
Superintendent David Brown says there is no proof the officers was ever a member of that group.
Our ABC 7i team tonight reporting news of a subpoena for ex-President Donald Trump. The January 6th Select Committee is demanding Mr. Trump appear next month to answer questions. And our investigative reporter Chuck Gowdy has late details tonight about what that means and how likely this is to actually happen.
When it all broke loose on January 6 last year, President Trump personally orchestrated the violent crush at the Capitol, according to committee members who have subpoenaed him. This bluntly written paperwork in the hands of Mr. Trump and his legal team tonight calls him to testify November 14th and provide documents even before that, including personal communications between Trump, members of Congress, and the extremist groups who were present here in the Capitol on January 6th. All of which are also the focus of criminal investigators. The I-Team with presidential expert and North Central College professor Stephen Maynard Caliendo.
Since he's still the subject of a criminal investigation and does have some criminal liability here, I mean, he could do real damage to that end of things.
There's no question, because it's not only the whatever recommendations might come out of this committee to the U.S. Justice Department, but as you mentioned, there's a number of criminal investigations happening in the states as well as at the federal level, and so anything he says here can be used as evidence in those proceedings as well.
The committee claims to have pieced together what it calls overwhelming evidence that Trump personally tried to overturn his defeat in the 2020 election. Republican committee member Adam Kinzinger of Illinois has said some of his top fellow party members are not telling the truth.
This is a big move, but this isn't about us. It's about the American people. Our mandate is to tell the American people the truth, come up with fixes. I know that my kid, and I know that, the craziest conspiracy theories kid in 10 years is going to believe that it was Donald Trump that started January 6th. So all these conspiracies today will go away, largely because of the work we've done. I also know that the Justice Department appears to be pursuing this pretty hard. I don't think this is just going to go away organically.
Chuck Gowdy, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
And Chuck, former Trump advisor Steve Bannon has been sentenced to 4 months in prison. Bannon was sentenced to contempt of Congress after defying a subpoena from the January 6th committee. He was also fined $6,500. Bannon will not have to serve the sentence until the appeal of his conviction has played out, which is what Bannon had requested. The sentence is less than what federal prosecutors had sought.
It is Friday. It is spectacular. Let's take a live look outside right now. Light the Night. This is for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Looking at their website right now, the event's tomorrow.
Okay.
They've raised more than $800,000. The goal, $1.5 million.
Oh, they're right there.
Yeah, raised. This helps research, advocacy, support for blood cancer patients and their families. So that's what you see right there.
Excellent. Light the night. And tomorrow we're going to light the day, the night, all weekend. It's 71 degrees at 7 o'clock. The
so
hour
great.
of power, the golden hour.
That's
still.
right.
on this Friday. We made it through another work week together, so we're celebrating. Happy Friday.
Yes, Phil, all of that, all the phrases. We're throwing them all out. Yeah, you said, Phil, earlier that the weather complaint department was closed. The office was closed.
Yeah.
Is that, you have that ability to open and close?
It's on the 5th floor. I'll show it to you.
On the 5th floor? From Martin, the 5th floor?
Yeah. So, hey, it's closed because you earned this one, because you said we blame you when it stinks.
Mm-hmm.
When it's,
do we blame you when it stinks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we do? Okay.
Relentlessly.
People
Oh, wow.
probably
Okay, well, we are
harass you.
showering you.
Right.
We are singing your praises, all of that.
I might have to hug him. I'm a hugger.
No, that's where we're going.
You can go ahead and go over there. That would be nice.
No, he won't. I don't
It
want
is Feel Good Friday.
Right. We've had a good day
You
so
can
far.
come over and hug me. He's got.
I'm staying.
Well, he needs his fill of the day.
Phil.
Hey, you're stealing my line.
I know, right?
Don't laugh at your own cliche. Are you right? You don't.
When they're really bad, you have to, right?
You have good ones.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're a little giddy about the weather.
We've had our fill for Friday. Let's have it.
And you have reason to be giddy. It
Fill her up.
was such a day. Stop, all right? Stop now. 71 degrees where we're sitting right now. You can see how beautiful it is outside. You step outside, it's still very comfortable. We do have that south-southwest wind at 13. Some other numbers for you. Bolingbrook at 68, 68 in Munster, 68 in Waukegan, as well as in Chesterton. So very beautiful conditions. Look how clear the skies are still. Tomorrow we start in the upper 40s to lower 50s, much warmer than today. By 2 p.m. we'll be up around 78 degrees. So a gorgeous day, a little breezy, nothing out of the ordinary though. And then look what happens as we go through the next 3 days. 76 Sunday, still nice, a little windier on Sunday. And then, Monday, a few showers are possible, but still mild, and then it starts to chill off just a bit. We'll talk more about that coming up in a few minutes. Rob.
There's no hurry, Phil, talk about that, but we'll see you for the full forecast. Thank you. Right. The Chicago church that hosted the open casket memorial service for Emmett Till after his murder in Mississippi is being considered as a national park site. Thousands attended the service at Robert's Temple Church of God in Christ in 1955. This morning, the Secretary of the Interior joined Senator Dick Durbin for a community meeting on how to tell a more complete story of America.
We're asking that our government make this a special place in history so that we can remember the journey of Emmett Till, which continues, and we can remember that at this place, at that moment in history, we finally opened our eyes to the reality of hatred.
Government officials have also visited several communities and sites in Mississippi as well.
And back here at home, Loyola University is establishing a scholarship honoring the mother of Emmett Till. ABC 7's Evelyn Holmes was there for the big announcement.
A painting depicting the likeness of Emmett Till and his mother, Mamie Till Mobley, is revealed as part of Loyola University Chicago's establishment of a scholarship fund in her name.
And it's such an honor to stand here today and witness a scholarship in honor of my beloved Mamie, one that I'm sure that she would approve of.
Today's posthumous honor celebrates the mother of Emmett Till, who received a master's degree in education from the school in 1971. Both the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois have proclaimed October 21st, 2022, Mamie Till Mobley Day. The scholarship was sponsored by the Loyola Black Alumni Board.
We want to make sure that students can see through what a single selfless act, what it can do.
Mamie's life changed in 1955 when her 14-year-old son Emmett was abducted and murdered after he whistled at a white girl while visiting family in Mississippi. Friends like Mike Smalls say his killing and the activism that followed sparked the modern-day civil rights movement.
She decided to have that open casket, and that picture was published all over the world.
Those who knew Mamie Till Mobley say she didn't just want her son's name to be associated with the ugly face of racism, but to stand for hope, reconciliation, and forgiveness. She was a frequent guest on WVON Radio, Chicago's only black-owned radio station.
Well, the story of Emmett Till is in such the fiber of Chicago.
After decades teaching for the Chicago Public Schools and advocating for the community, Mamie Till Mobley died in 2003. Those who learned from her want the scholarship to help teach the next generation what she so graciously taught them. Evelyn Holmes, ABC 7, Eyewitness News.
Thanks to Evelyn for that report. Next, President Biden hits the road as races heat up ahead of the midterm elections.
And carrying on the fight after a best friend's battle with breast cancer. See how a local nonprofit is now helping others in that very long and difficult journey. We'll be right back. We are now less than 3 weeks away from the midterm elections.
President Biden back on the road to highlight his student loan forgiveness plan, record low unemployment rates, and what he called a, quote, record-breaking $1.4 trillion reduction to the deficit this year.
But Republicans are pushing back on the same issue. ABC's M. Nguyen joining us live tonight on this Friday from Washington with more. M.
Cheryl, Rob, the election fight is heating up as President Biden calls out Republicans directly for plans he says could jeopardize the progress his administration has made this year. With the economy top of mind for many voters, President Joe Biden today at the White House touting what he called a record-breaking $1.4 trillion reduction to the deficit this year, warning Republicans will wipe out this progress if they take over Congress.
And the Republicans can criticize my economic record, but look at what I've inherited and what I've done.
Biden also condemning Republicans for proposing to repeal lower prescription drug prices and target Social Security and Medicare.
Everything they're proposing would make inflation worse.
Republicans firing back, pointing to the nation's relentlessly high inflation rates that climbed to 8.2% in September.
Well, let's start, ladies and gentlemen, with the terrible prices. From groceries to gas to everything in between. We need to get back to common sense economic policies.
In this final stretch before Election Day, Biden continues to hit several states. Yesterday, he joined Pennsylvania's Senate Democratic candidate John Fetterman on the trail. Fetterman about 4 points ahead of his Republican opponent, TV personality Dr. Mehmet Oz.
He seems to care more about the criminals than the innocent.
Oz doesn't care about Pennsylvania.
Across the nation, other races also heating up. In Georgia, more than 100,000 people casting early votes on the first day of early in-person voting, surpassing a previous record of 72,000 for a midterm cycle. There, the Democratic gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams up against incumbent Governor Brian Kemp, getting star power from entrepreneur Oprah Winfrey.
Is there political hope possible these days?
Now, although it's unclear where Biden is traveling next, he is set to head to Florida on November 1st to fundraise for gubernatorial candidate Charlie Crist, who's running against incumbent Governor Ron DeSantis. Cheryl?
Now, Em, you did mention Oprah is joining Stacey Abrams in Georgia to boost her gubernatorial campaign, but she is also the person responsible for launching Pennsylvania's Republican Senate candidate Dr. Oz's career on television years ago. So do you know what Oprah is saying about either of these topics?
Yeah, well, the Trump-endorsed surgeon initially did gain that popularity when he frequented the Oprah Winfrey Show, as many do remember. Now, Oprah didn't immediately denounce Oz when he first announced his candidacy, but then months later, just about right around this summer, she did come out to admit that she did play a vital role in launching his career as a TV personality doctor, and that she ultimately messed up and that she was sorry. Now, I haven't heard anything from Oz to respond to that, Cheryl.
All right, very interesting. Thanks so much for that update for us tonight. M. Nguyen reporting live from Washington, D.C. about the midterm elections.
You and I were discussing this a little bit. That happened in Chicago, Oprah Winfrey Show. Let me read this real quick. You can learn more about the races on the Illinois ballot, plus polling locations in our voters guide. That's at abc7chicago.com, our news app. Elections November 8th. I think some people are wondering, would she come out for the candidate Fetterman?
Right.
And in that case, that Senate seat is so crucial to the party she's clearly supporting. Right. You wonder if that will come next.
All these races are very close.
Coming down to the wire.
So
that race has really tightened up. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
And it might not be determined on Tuesday, November 8th. We could go days before we finally know in several states.
Yes. Yeah.
Really, it's going to be.
We're getting down. I remember when we were like 2 years till the midterms, or 16, 18 months, and now here we are.
It's right here. I know, less than 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, Tuesday will be 2 weeks, so almost here. But we're talking about this fabulous Friday feel-good weather with Phil.
Yeah,
right.
Oh,
Feel
there
good
you
with
go.
Phil.
That is a lot of alliteration.
Look at look at everybody outside. Did
There's
you see
a lot,
all those
lot of
lights and traffic?
Oh, hey, this is outside our studio. We're to the left there. You can't really see us, but you can see some people.
People riding the scooters. People out there taking pictures. Hey, you guys, how you doing?
Some jackets, not many.
Yeah.
Some shorts, some
They're checking us out. We're watching you on TV. They're taking selfies and everything.
Some pizza out there. That looks good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They have no idea.
Move that pizza upright, sir. Be careful. If that's a deep dish, we don't want to move that cheese around.
It looks deep dish. Oh, yeah. Well, he's hiding it there. Yeah. Right. Okay. He heard you.
Phil is in the house doing all the shows today. You drew the short straw with us, right? No?
It's not a bad
the best straw.
Right, that's what I would say.
This is the golden hour, the hour power. It is Feel Good Friday, as in Phil Shorts Friday.
Right, and you were doing puns, not cliches. I misspoke earlier.
Right. Did your mom send you a text
Probably.
and correct you?
Or alliteration.
Miss Adriana?
Yeah. Phil, I heard alliteration I used right.
Correcting that English?
Yeah, I think I did. I heard you talking about your granddaughter. How's Seraphina?
Oh, she's doing
You miss her.
I miss her too.
Is she like, you need to take pictures in the leaves and the changing of the colors, something pretty like that.
Oh, I have all sorts of pumpkin.
Oh, pumpkin.
You do?
Okay, well, what about Halloween?
Your Halloween
What's the
costume?
baby going to be for Halloween, Phil?
Princess.
Papa Phil.
She's always going to be a
she
princess.
is a princess.
Will you get us some, are you with us next week? Can we get some costume photos of her?
I got to check which date, but I am
he is with
you
us
for
on Halloween.
No, not Halloween.
No.
Oh, you're not? Okay.
No, I'm not with
But you are promising decent weather, above average,
At this point, that's how it looks right now. Not promising. We're talking,
That's hard to do.
10, 11 days away.
Yeah, were you talking an 80-degree maybe? Go ahead, go for it, Phil. Do it. You know, you're talking 79. Come on, go for it.
Fill it up. Fill up our hearts.
Fill it up.
Can't quite do it yet, but we're right there. 79 degrees. You'll get your fill. Just hold on. 76 Sunday. Warmest since September 21st, and then it will turn seasonably cooler beginning next Tuesday. But we do have some much needed rain on the way, not this weekend, but for Sunday night through Wednesday. This is how much the European is showing, with most of this likely falling Monday night into Tuesday. We're talking about a half an inch, not bad. GFS has a secondary storm system that would bring us more rain on Wednesday. So it's showing many places getting over an inch to an inch and a half of rain. That would certainly be beneficial. So we'll keep an eye on things as we get into next week, but no rain for this weekend. What a day we had today. 76 degrees, some 15 degrees above average. And even at this hour, we are still sitting at 71 degrees. Relative humidity, a very low 29%. 73 in Cicero, 68 in Crown Point, as well as over in Chesterton. Yeah, just a couple days ago, we were talking about snow flurries in the area. Certainly nothing like that in this forecast. Lake Geneva sitting at 66. Even Green Bay and Traverse City at this hour sitting in the 60s. And very quiet around here. Pretty big storm system. While we warm up, they are going to turn wintry out west. Look at the rain moving into the Seattle, Portland area with snow in some of the higher elevations, especially in the mountains of Montana. And you can see these purple colors. That's where there are winter storm warnings in effect, and that extends all the way down into southern Utah. Some of the higher elevations expecting up to 2 feet of snow. That storm system will head east, but the snow will not be heading our way. There is a weak frontal boundary to our north and west, but that's going to stall out before it ever reaches our area because we are going to continue this southwest flow that will eventually turn more southerly. 79, getting close to 80, maybe touching it, but right now I'm going to keep it just 1 degree short of it by tomorrow afternoon. Sunday, maybe a few high, thin clouds from time to time. Temperatures still very balmy, up to 76. And then as we head into late Sunday night, there could be a few scattered showers popping up, and that activity will continue off and on into Monday. But you can see most of Monday will be dry with a high of 75. And then this front moves into the area, and you'll notice temperatures falling as we go through the day on Tuesday. And some of this rain will travel northward along that front and move into the area. But again, that's mainly Monday night into Tuesday, with the next chance of any rain in our area not coming until Sunday night. Clear, pleasant overnight. Lows 47 outlying areas. The low here in the city only dropping to 56. Tomorrow, another sun-filled day, a little bit breezy, not windy, and unseasonably warm. Highs far north 76. Far south getting up to 81. Here's your extended outlook. Yeah, Monday into Tuesday, kind of a transition period. Some showers on Tuesday, showers possible on Wednesday, and then it turns seasonably cool as we get into Thursday and Friday, but nothing extraordinary. Temperatures still reaching the upper 50s, but boy, this weekend is going to be gorgeous both days with temperatures way above normal.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was talking about shutting down all of the rooftop, you know, all of the lawn furniture and covering everything up. So
Right.
maybe, okay, Sunday night, should I do it then? Or maybe wait until next weekend?
No, don't wait till next weekend. Do it Sunday. But, you know, Sunday after about 9, 10 o'clock, it is possible a few showers could start.
Okay, well, then I'll do it like right before then, like 8 o'clock on Sunday.
Warm breeze coming out of the south. It's going to feel great.
Yeah.
Right?
I know. You
could
doing
do it
something
tomorrow
fun,
night.
Village?
I'm working.
Okay, well,
You wanna
that's
join
good.
me?
You're bringing the sunshine.
I came in here on my Sunday.
You sure
can come in.
did. This is your off day today. We just are so thankful for you.
He's a team player
I mean,
now.
I know, really?
I mean, seriously.
Yeah, he's such a great Disney castmate.
Dude
Yeah.
has been around here for a long time, and he's a team player.
He's hanging out on Friday night.
I'm being sincere for once to you. There's no joke after that.
I was waiting for the backhand.
Yeah, no.
But I think he was happy to work with you because you are always so sincere.
That's where this could
and,
go off the rails.
You know,
Right. He's happy to be here, I think.
right.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
happy
thank you
he is
to
here.
deliver that
We're
forecast.
getting our fill on a Friday.
You are.
Yeah.
This is going to go on all day.
Yeah, all night.
All night.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, Phil.
Phil, thanks. More than 250,000 women who are diagnosed with breast cancer every year. And for many, their road back to recovery includes financial challenges along the way.
And that is where one Chicago area nonprofit is stepping in, helping patients with everyday needs inspired by a friendship. Our Judy Sue has their story tonight.
Emily Klaus was my best friend from the time we were very little.
From pain to purpose, that's how a Chicago area nonprofit was formed. Embrace Emily is an organization helping local women suffering from breast cancer, women faced with a devastating diagnosis and oftentimes deep financial burdens.
You wouldn't believe what the costs that come with dealing with cancer. And it's not just the medical bills, it's daily living. So Embrace Emily, we are willing to help with anything and everything.
It all started when a South Suburban woman was diagnosed with breast cancer at the age of 27. Emily Klaus fought hard, but ultimately lost her battle in 2017. The following year, Embrace Emily became an official nonprofit.
We decided as a group, all of her good friends, that we would keep Embrace Emily going on her behalf because that's what she would want us to do.
So Emily's friends keep fighting. In her absence, they have become allies to other women across the Chicago area, hosting fundraisers and putting donations to use in assisting breast cancer patients and their families, financially and emotionally.
I'm a single mom, so I'm always used to having 2 jobs. I'm in full control. I take care of everything. I live on my own. I'm used to the control. And when I got diagnosed, for the first time in my life, I'm not in control.
Diana Vargas underwent a double mastectomy after being diagnosed earlier this year. She's currently in treatment at Loyola Hospital, and that is where she heard about Embrace Emily and reached out for help. At this summer's annual fundraiser, she received a $6,000 check.
This is it. This is the hope. This is what I've been waiting for. And it was a game changer after that. This means that now I'm able to get treatment. I'm able to not work 2 jobs.
Grant recipients like Diana use that money to offset costs that medical insurance doesn't cover. Things like food in the fridge, rent or mortgage payments, or even rides to chemo and radiation treatments. Things that are equally life-sustaining.
We share Emily's story with all of the women that we help, so hopefully they get some strength from Emily as well.
Judy Sue, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Judy, thank you for that beautiful story of friendship and hope. Now, if you'd like to learn more about Embrace Emily, you can visit their website, embraceemily.org.
Glad they shared their story.
Yeah, and it's there. Help is available.
Yes.
Beautiful thing.
You want to put more away in your retirement? Next year you can, and it's because of inflation ahead the changes the IRS just made.
And are you having Thanksgiving dinner at your house, Rob?
I'll be here.
Okay, well, well, if you out there in Stream Team Land are having Thanksgiving at your house, it's going to be a little bit more expensive if you're serving turkey. How much more people will have to pay? We're going to let you know on the other side of a short break.
We do a turkey at home, so this does affect
Right.
Yeah.
So you do want to pay attention.
As much turkey as I can have.
I know.
All right.
Yeah, it's delish.
Good news for those saving for retirement. We've had a lot of bad news with the market these days. The IRS is going to let you invest nearly 10% more in 2023, adding up to the more than $22,000. It's about $20,000 if you want. The jump is because of inflation. Check with your accountant because you might be able to put more away, tax-free. How does getting your paycheck a little earlier sound? That's what JP Morgan Chase is offering some customers. It's for secure banking customers. They can get early access to specific direct deposits, including paychecks and pensions. The money could arrive up to 48 hours sooner. Chase says this could help some households with paying bills on time and unexpected expenses.
I enjoyed that Feel Good Finance segment here on this Friday. We're getting a closer look at the world's largest cruise ship. It's like a city.
So
Royal
big.
Caribbean's Icon of the Seas will feature 7 swimming pools. Yes, 7. And the largest water park at sea. The ship will also feature more than 40 restaurants, bars, and nightclubs. Oh yeah, it will have room for nearly 10,000 passengers and crew members. The ship is set to sail January 2024, maybe New Year's Day. That's how you kick off the new year.
I'm not a cruiser, but that thing's amazing.
Is that an animation or is that really the
I think that's the animation, but it sure looks real. That's a water
so
park
fun
on a boat.
Oh man, that's perfect family fun. Well, if you're planning ahead for Thanksgiving, listen up. Turkey prices are on the rise and it might be harder to find one this year. In the case of cost per pound, Turkey costs about 73% more this year compared to last Thanksgiving. The USDA says that comes out to about $1.99 a pound compared to $1.15 last year. Now, when it comes to availability, you can blame the bird flu. Farmers have been reporting a large number of cases since July.
I remember we did this last year. We said there'd be a shortage, and there wasn't. You could get a bird.
Okay, well,
So
let's
I
hope we're
it's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you white meat.
73% though. Increase.
Both. Yeah, white meat,
That's
dark meat.
a lot.
Both. White meat or dark meat?
I like white meat.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, I like
do.
the
With
breast.
lots of gravy and dressing. You stuff the dressing in the turkey and
Oh,
then
you
you
do
cook it.
old school,
Oh
yes.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
how you mix it with cornbread. Ooh, and cream.
I think
and,
people
ooh.
are going to think I'm crazy, but
Uh-oh.
stovetop is not bad stuffing.
You like breasts?
I
You like
love breasts.
stovetop stuffing?
Yeah, I do. It's okay.
Do you doctor it up though and like add some extra
Gravy. Just gravy.
homemade gravy?
Oh, here we go. The
Oh,
peanuts.
is
the
that
peanuts, Greg. I love this album.
You know what? It's not going to be seen on TV.
What?
It's not going to be seen on TV this year. The Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, Christmas, and the Great Pumpkin.
Why?
Because somebody else bought it.
Who?
Somewhere else. Who? Somewhere out there in Streamland.
This is right. It's a
Amazon?
mystery. Amazon.
Who knows? Who else would have bought it?
You know?
Why can't you say it?
Because
We don't want people to
right,
know.
we
They
want
can
people to
find
know
it.
about us right here.
This is news to me, so
Yeah,
I don't know.
right.
Bill's upset about
Everything.
it. But, all right. I love breasts. Turkey breasts, Phil. Big fan.
Oh, now you're
Big
saying
fan.
What are your sides
Yeah.
though? What are your favorite sides?
Just classic. Potatoes.
What?
Yeah, mashed potatoes, stuffing, a
Okay.
roll.
You don't like cranberry sauce?
No.
What?
What is that?
You are not real.
What
You
is
have-
that?
He's not real.
All right, we're going to talk about this on the other side of a break. We got cranberry sauce. We got to
Yuki,
take a break.
By the way, shout out to Yuki, our
Right,
guest
our producer tonight on a Friday.
Is this your first time
No,
doing
it's-
this?
no,
second time.
I hope you're enjoying
It's not
it.
easy.
We'll be
This
right
show
back.
is timed to second.
Right.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
All right.
What? You don't like?
No, cranberry sauce is.
At least 7 people died in an apartment building fire in Wisconsin this morning. The building is in Heartland, Wisconsin, about 26 miles west of Milwaukee. 15 fire departments and 9 police departments responding, trying to rescue people from the 4-family apartment building and off the balconies. Police say an active criminal investigation is now underway for the cause of that fire.
Darrell Brooks, who's representing himself in the Waukesha parade trial, continued calling witnesses to the stand today. Among those who testified was his ex-girlfriend, Erica Patterson. The two had had a confrontation moments before he allegedly drove his SUV into the crowd, killing 6 people. Brooks, who lacks any legal training, continues to cause courtroom disruptions, testing the patience of the judge.
But that's not true. That's a misstatement of the
That is
evidence.
true.
No.
She said it herself.
No, marking an exhibit is not creating an exhibit.
No, not marking an exhibit. She said
we're not going to go down a tangent, sir.
All right,
I'm going to focus on this, and I'm going to
it's
give you the
fair.
opportunity to make her of Miss Patterson.
Judge removed him from the courtroom several times, saying that she was intimidated by him. Brooks is facing life in prison if convicted of intentional homicide.
Now to an ABC News exclusive. The parents of a Purdue University student allegedly stabbed to death by his roommate. Today, sharing more about their son and how they plan to honor him.
In the time that he had, he, touched a lot of people in a positive way.
Well, the parents of 20-year-old Varun Chedda says that they want his life and they want to live his way he did as a compassionate person with kindness and curiosity for life. Investigators say Chedda was killed in his dorm room October 5th in what appears to be an unprovoked attack. His mother telling us that her son was killed just minutes after texting her good night.
What do you think you'll miss the most?
His laugh. His brilliance.
22-year-old Jimin Shah has been charged with his murder. We'll be right back with much more after a break.
Man now charged in a deadly shooting on the CTA's Red Line. Police say 26-year-old Isaac Anderson shot a 60-year-old man on the train last Saturday near the 87th Street station. The two apparently got into an argument when police say Anderson fired multiple shots, and he's now facing several charges, including first-degree murder.
Well, new at 7 tonight, cases against Sterigenics will be allowed to be tried in groups. A Cook County judge granting the consolidation request today, allowing multiple plaintiffs to have their cases heard within a single jury trial. There are about 800 pending lawsuits against the medical sterilization company accused of releasing a cancer-causing compound into the air at their now shuttered Willowbrook plant. Breast cancer survivor Susan Kamuta, who won $363 million in a judgment last month, was the first to go to trial.
I still want to take a look at your weather forecast. We're going to get Phil back here one more time. And then we're going to talk about some fun stories.
All right. Well, it's Friday, so we like to feel good on Friday.
There's Phil. He's typing feverishly with his 2 fingers.
I wonder what he's typing up. He's usually doing research over there about something.
He's the fastest 2-fingered typer. You are. He really does type.
All right.
Go away.
We'll be right back with the Feel Good Friday forecast.
Are you a Swiftie?
You
like some of her
Yeah, I do like some of her music.
country,
Yeah.
the old stuff?
I like her because she's extraordinarily talented.
Yes.
She has remarkable writing skills.
Yes.
She plays several instruments, self-taught. So I admire her.
Has it together, it seems
Yeah.
like, right? Well, that's the start of
Yeah.
today's talker, the new Taylor Swift album.
Yeah, Midnight, right?
Yes, Midnight. Wait, Midnight's
Yeah, and that's when it came out.
Yes.
Fans are already buzzing about it. It is called Midnights, and so it came out right at midnight this morning. The album was almost entirely written, produced, and performed by Taylor Swift and her longtime collaborator, Jack Antonoff. Spotify, which is streaming the album, is already reporting overwhelming traffic. I heard it shut down Spotify earlier today, and people were going crazy. They couldn't get it. They were seeing outages, of course, on the site worldwide.
It was the most streamed album in a single day, I believe, in Spotify's history.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Incredible.
They want it. I mean, and she is the master marketer. So
Pretty good.
She lifts, she releases a little bit, she teases a little here, there, and then boom, she lets you have it all at once. So
Phil is a big music guy.
Right.
Many lalas, extensive knowledge in the music world.
Have you seen her perform?
Taylor Swift?
Phil?
I haven't seen her perform. I mean, I have nothing against her. I don't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm a Swiftie by any means,
right.
but I'm not like, oh, this is terrible. But she carries herself well.
Right.
So I have a question though. Can we play like 8-9 seconds of a song of hers?
We can do 10.
Yeah, that's
but I don't,
we're really
I
careful.
don't know if we have it though.
Incredibly, we haven't gotten in trouble yet on the stream team.
But
we
you
haven't
can
done
sing it.
overtime.
You can sing it for us, Phil. So
Yeah,
go ahead,
we
sing the
haven't.
song. Which one do you want to hear?
I'll tell you what song.
Which
that's
one
out
do you
there.
want to hear from the new one?
I haven't heard any.
I don't want it. I don't know.
I haven't. Yeah.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I want to hear? Check this out if you get a chance. Burning by the Yeah Yeah Yeahs.
Well, why don't you
Burning.
sing it? Because we don't know that song.
Well, you can look it up. She can.
I
sing it
think
better than I
you just want to sing. Therefore, she's asking you.
Yes.
I know Cheryl well now. We've been friends for 8 years.
Feel free to sing.
I was looking and my research in her videos and the videos that she has put together based on the song. She always sends messages back to people. If you've got a beef with her, she sends messages back to certain people that she's had a beef with. And some of the video in the new songs.
People are already speculating that
Yeah.
there's some pretty deep stuff that she's suggesting in that single.
Right.
I thought when she was young, she was young, I didn't even know she was 20, that country, she was a really gifted country music
11,
star.
12 years old, recording
Yeah.
her first
And then-
music.
Then transitioned into the mainstream.
Well,
more pop than country.
Pop, yeah.
Wasn't she at Soldier Field recently too this summer, I think?
Think so.
Or something,
My daughter
yeah.
saw her years ago with her friends and loved
Soldier
it.
Field.
Said it was fun. Yeah, and sold out.
Yep.
Sold out.
She'll go on tour. If what's his name can do 15 nights in New York. They used to date, by the way, Harry Styles.
Yes.
So if he can do 15 there, 6 here, she'll be here
She's
for a
more
residence for a month.
Right? She's got.
All right.
So we're talking about the Royals.
All right.
The Crown.
I know that's your favorite, you and Phil's favorite.
I went off on a
topic.
little tangent on this.
Oh,
but,
here we
but
go.
it's-
All right, go ahead again.
No, you start.
All right,
You
we've been
start.
talking about the upcoming season of The Crown.
Yes.
Here we go.
Netflix now says.
Stiff upper lip.
Right. We'll add a disclaimer. Netflix is now saying to their series, making sure people know it's a fictional dramatization. So this comes amid backlash, and we told you about this earlier this week. Over
yesterday.
Season 5, with British actress Judi Dench calling out the streaming service for, quote, crude sensationalism. Isn't that all the media does over there about the royals? So season 5 picks up the story of the royal family in the early 90s with a focus on the fractured relationship between Diana and then Prince Charles. So now there's this disclaimer that this is fiction on a show, based on true events. I don't get it.
I've not seen the series.
Oh, my wife loved it, and it's getting.
people
There was
really
a
love
season
it.
that was kind of off.
Yeah.
But they really liked it, and they did a good job of, I guess maybe not now, of following the facts. But now they're getting
the
closer.
Princess Diana revenge dress, the black dress, after she found out when Charles admitted there's 3 people in this relationship.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people are alive now, because when it started, it was way early, and now as they're getting into the 90s, people who they're portraying are alive to see it.
Right.
But you said Prince Harry a while ago said he liked that show.
Right. He said that he appreciated the storyline versus the stories that are written about him in the British media and tabloids.
I mean, I think the media there just hammers them, and then they've got to put this disclaimer on this Netflix show it's on. Yeah. We're killing the UFO story.
No.
Right. Well, okay, that's because you're going on a
they're
tangent.
up there, Greg. Okay, fine. I heard
maybe we could bring it back because I know it's close to your heart.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, hey,
everybody.
It's more important to show people.
Let's give us some waves. You guys are on TV.
Yes.
Happy Friday. See, this is what warm weather does. Brings
them out.
Everybody. Family, they got shorts on out there.
Looks good.
Tennis shoes.
Yes.
It's Friday night. Hey, you guys. They're so sweet.
For the weather forecast, we will give you ample time.
Yes.
I could talk UFOs and spaceships another time.
Okay.
It's an interesting topic.
They're not going anywhere.
Off camera.
People want to hear what you have to say, sir.
Yeah. Well, they're all leaving.
Look at that background.
Oh,
I hope they have their chance on TV. They're like deuces.
Yeah, but they're streaming. They're watching you.
Yeah. All right. Big changes ahead. Highs well into the 70s, close to 80, right through Monday. Now, it will be dry until Monday, maybe even some showers later Sunday night, but for the most part, this weekend will be dry. And then it turns seasonably cool. Occasional showers. Tuesday, possibly Wednesday as well. And then as we get into the rest of the month, how about temperatures looking like they'll be above normal as we head through Halloween and into early November with rainfall near or slightly above normal. And that's good news because we could use the rain. Here's your 8 to 14 day outlook. Now this is October 29th through November 4th, showing below normal temperatures in the southwest, but a very strong signal for much of the country east of the Rockies and especially across our region of above normal temperatures. So we're not done with the mild conditions, not by a long shot. Today's high temperature did make it up to 76 degrees. We'll do even better than that tomorrow. We start in the low to mid 50s, climb through the 60s into the 70s and get up to about 78, maybe 79 degrees for a high temperature tomorrow afternoon. Little breezy, but I wouldn't classify it as being truly windy. Today's high of 76 degrees, some 15 degrees above the average high. Not getting anywhere near the record, though. Today, 87 was the record high back in 1953. Down to 66 now in Naperville and Lombard, 69 in Joliet as well as Plainfield, and 69 in Merrillville as well. Most of the Midwest still sitting in the upper 50s to around 70 degrees. Duluth, one of the cooler spots at 53 degrees. But look how quiet it is everywhere in the Midwest. The active weather continues out west with winter storm warnings now from Montana southward through Utah. This is good news, putting an end to the fire danger out there, and also hopefully we'll get some moisture that will ease some of the drought conditions in the west. Back in our area, you can see how clear the skies are. That's the way it stays overnight. That south to southwest wind will keep temperatures from falling much lower than the lower 50s overnight. Some places outlying will get into the upper 40s. And then some areas could hit 80 degrees tomorrow. We'll be in the upper 70s even here in the city. As we head through tomorrow night, temperatures only dropping to around 60 by early Sunday. It will almost feel like summer this weekend with highs Sunday afternoon back into the mid to upper 70s. So overnight tonight, a pleasant night, a little bit cool in some places, 47 outlying areas. 56 in the city. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine, just a little breezy and unseasonably warm. Highs 76 to 81. Here's your extended outlook. You can see we will have a few showers Monday, and the Tuesday showers are at least a possibility Wednesday, and then highs back down into the upper 50s Thursday and Friday. That might seem a little bit chilly, but because we're going to be so warm the next couple of days, but that's actually fairly close to normal. So enjoy your weekend. It's going to be great.
It's great.
We thank you, Phil. You have a great weekend too. Now
Don't go anywhere. I want him to participate in this.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah, because we could soon get some answers about UFO sightings.
Yes, we could.
Okay.
It's back. Thank you.
All right. So that's what we're talking about. For the next 9 months, NASA planning an independent study of unidentified aerial phenomena, more commonly referred to as UFOs. The agency announcing a team of 16 people to analyze data from the government, civilian, and commercial sources. That team includes astronomers, astrophysicists, biologists, former Pentagon leaders, and a former NASA astronaut, as well as a meteorologist and a news anchor. Well, NASA planning to release its findings to the public sometime late next year. And I think the timing of this announcement is because Halloween is 9 days away.
That's why they announced it now.
You know, it's close, you know, because it's got you to thinking extraterrestrial, ET.
Here's my hot take.
Okay.
When I conspiracy.
Yeah.
We blew up an asteroid, right? Set it off course, and now we're starting to release this video. And then one of these days they're just going to say, but we've been visited and we have alien spacecraft. And we're all be like, okay, how's my stock doing?
What did that have to do with the asteroid?
I think because we know they exist and they could come at any moment and blow us up.
So we better move the asteroid so they don't come?
Well,
I don't see how the two are related.
Okay.
Well, we'll let these two meteorologists and news anchor discuss.
Thank you.
Because they're not part of the team, even though I said they were. They're not part of the 16-member team.
No,
but
we're
I
not.
think your assistance might help get to the bottom of this.
I think it's awesome we're doing this because now they've declassified this. These Navy pilots, these Air Force pilots can say, without fear of being admonished.
But we had that conversation about, because
did.
remember when President Barack Obama was asked about UFOs?
Yeah, on
and
Jimmy
his
Kimmel
response?
or one, yeah.
Right. We're not here alone. We kind of agreed on that, right?
Yeah. That's the first time I've heard you say that.
No, oh no, it isn't.
Oh, okay, no.
We've been doing this together 10 months now.
Well, thank you for your advice. It's gone by quick.
All right.
Yeah, we're almost done with the show, but we still have an honor
Yeah,
next
this is
for
a really
a
cool
Geneva
story.
10-year-old after winning a world robotics competition. A look at that creation ahead.
He should be a member of this new
Could
team
be,
too,
yeah.
because he
He's a smart
definitely
dude.
could help them out.
Smart
You got to see this story, everybody. We'll be right back.
La Mesa Latina Luncheon kicked off this afternoon in the Macy's Walnut Room. It was sponsored by Build. I had a chance to moderate this, an event that brings together more than 20 of Chicago's accomplished Latino leaders with promising young leaders from the South and West Sides. Leaders, in particular the students, shared great stories, reflecting on strengths as role models. Many of them have grown up in this program and they continue to shine. It was just, you feel so good when you talk to these people.
Yeah, you said it was life-changing for you. You were so impressed with the young people, and
To
their
meet some of
futures
them,
are so
we
bright.
had done it before the pandemic here,
Yeah.
and to visit with some of them now as they're finishing up college. Well done,
Way to
all
go.
of them.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll continue to follow their careers, of course, and this is a big career.
Yes, yeah, a 10-year-old boy from West Suburban Geneva heading to a world robot competition.
World robot. Sawyer Wren recently took home the top prize in a national competition in California. The fourth grader, yes, just fourth grader, won for designing, constructing, and programming an autonomous robot that's able to solve certain problems in the field.
The tasks is so it would have to cut like Lego grass with this arm, and then there's also a little thing that it would collect Lego weeds.
Look at that. Sawyer will head to Germany next month to represent the United States in the Global Championship. Well done, Sawyer.
Yes.
Yeah, have a great weekend, everybody. We're sending him best of luck.
Hey, thanks,
Everybody's
everybody.
outside. Hey, you guys, have a great weekend. See you at 10.